Tofu is a true champion in the world of plant-based proteins. It's lean, low in saturated fat, cholesterol-free, and incredibly versatile. Whether you're grilling it, baking it, or tossing it into a stir-fry, tofu is a blank canvas that soaks up flavor like a culinary sponge. It delivers a solid dose of protein, calcium, and iron, especially if it's made with calcium sulfate. And it's not just for vegetarians. Anyone can benefit from this modest soy cube that quietly powers up your meals without any fuss. Then we have peanut sauce, rich, creamy, aromatic, and packed with nutty depth. A good peanut sauce is magic. It brings a dish to life with its salty, sweet balance, a bit of spice, and that unmistakable roasted richness. Drizzle it over tofu, and suddenly you're not just eating health food, you're indulging. Tofu sauté with peanut sauce sounds like the best of both worlds. Plant-based, protein-packed, and full of bold flavor. What's not to love? Well, it depends on how closely you're reading the fine print. Because while tofu sauté seems like the poster child for healthy eating with a global twist, the truth is it can sneak into junk food territory without much warning. The tofu itself is still innocent, but the peanut sauce? That's where things start to get sticky, literally and nutritionally. Most store-bought or restaurant-style peanut sauces are loaded with added sugar, often in the form of brown sugar, honey, or even corn syrup. They're also typically made with refined vegetable oils, coconut milk, or both, upping the fat content fast. And while peanuts contain heart-healthy monounsaturated fats, too much added oil or saturated fat from coconut can turn your sauce from a modest topping into a calorie bomb. A typical serving of tofu sauté might pack well over 300 to 400 calories, and that's just for a few skewers with sauce. What looks like a light appetizer can end up delivering the sugar and fat content of a small dessert. Add in white rice or fried noodles on the side, and you've got a meal that's heavy on calories and light on nutritional restraint. The sauté preparation can also be deceptive. If the tofu is grilled, that's great, but some versions are fried to get that golden crust, which adds even more oil to the mix. Then the tofu gets slathered in that rich, syrupy sauce, and suddenly you've taken one of the leanest proteins available and buried it under layers of added fat and sugar. It's basically putting a salad on top of a cheesecake and calling it healthy. But let's not throw out the skewers with the sauté sauce. Tofu sauté can be a smart choice if you know what's in your sauce and how it's prepared. Homemade peanut sauce is a great start. You can use natural peanut butter, the kind without added sugar or hydrogenated oils. Mix it with fresh lime juice, low-sodium soy sauce, garlic, ginger, a splash of water or broth to thin it out, and maybe a tiny drizzle of honey or maple syrup if needed. You still get that rich, savory sweet flavor, but with fewer nutritional landmines. Grilling or baking the tofu instead of frying, it also keeps the fat content in check, while still giving it that satisfying bite. And if you're making it a full meal, pairing your tofu sauté with a pile of steamed veggies or a side of quinoa gives you all the satisfaction without the blood sugar spike. So yes, tofu is lean, and peanut sauce is flavorful. But tofu sauté isn't automatically a health food just because it wears a tofu badge. It's delicious, sure. It's got protein, sure. But depending on how it's prepared, it can easily tip into the same calorie and fat range as much more obvious indulgences. It's the health food version of a wolf in peanut-scented sheep's clothing. Charming, flavorful, and just a little sneaky. Eat it, love it, but read the sauce label. And maybe don't let it bathe in peanut dressing like it's at a day spa.